How's the family doing? How's
Everybody's good, you know.
Kids, you
growing
got the girls?
up, you know what it's like. You got two. I
got two girls.
I got 3 daughters.
Do?
And you know they're half. My wife's from England, so they're different. You know, well, I mean, I'm saying the British. No. Let me call it, the British are different than the Americans. So I see in my kids at this, as they get older, I see the American kind of boisterous side, and then I also see the quiet, demure, sort of more reserved, proper Britishness. And we were in England recently. It's a true story. We're in a bed and breakfast. Kids had crashed out. My wife and I. This is just a great example of how the British behave. We're in a little cafe downstairs having a bite to eat. And there's an older couple sitting over here, just eating their eggs, and I start hearing just a very kind of soft, that's choking. That's me choking. And I look over here, and the husband, he's not looking up from his eggs to even acknowledge that his wife is like kind of choking. I look over at the waiter, and the waiter's got the newspaper, and he's like, he's not going to say anything. I said to my wife, should I go do anything? And she's like, no, we don't deal with it like that. So the woman, it's getting a little louder. She goes out into the hallway, and she's having an episode. It's like an F-150 backfiring at this point. And I'm like, I got to do something. So I go in the hallway, and I tap her on the shoulder. I say, can I, and I played a soap opera doctor in a movie once. I know nothing, nothing about how to. You were
great, by the way. You were fantastic.
I have no idea how to deal with a choking situation, but I said, can I give you the, that's the, the international symbol, I guess, for a Heimlich.
Heimlich, right? Give you the old,
And she's eyes are tearing up, and she's, yes, please. And turns around, and I give her a couple of pops, and finally the husband, who's been engulfing eggs, peeks around the corner and kind of is checking out. She coughs a little something up. She was fine. Wow. Everything was okay. And then seconds later, we're all back in the cafe, and nothing's happened. Everybody's
very proper.
Nothing's happened. Nobody's acknowledging it.
Yeah, nothing at all.
You
saved someone's life.
I promise you that wasn't.
You're a hero.
I don't think
American treasure.
It kind of was my Tom Cruise moment, right?
It really was, right?
I mean,
those things just happen.
I think she would have been fine anyway. But honestly, it was just like the way that the British are. It's just very quiet and reserved.
I want to talk about House of Cards.
Yeah.
I love a big fan of the show. You coming in on this is a big deal. This is the end of the whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah. They almost didn't make this season.
Yeah, it started a little rough.
Sure.
Obviously, Diane Lane and I play brother and sister. We play Bill and Annette Shepherd, and we started the show and obviously hit a pretty serious speed bump.
Sure.
Netflix was very good. They took care of the crew during a time where the writers had to go rewrite and reconfigure the show for that final episode.
Sure.
But we all came back with a mandate. Listen, I'm just a big fan of the show. I felt like the people on that show, particularly Robin, who I really felt like stuck with it. It would be very easy for an actor to lose, her co-star and say, maybe that's a sign, maybe that's enough. And she stuck right in there, brought that, ball into the end zone. And I felt like, for good reason, too, not only for the crew, but for the fans. I mean, people really, really like that show.
Of course,
so we have an ending coming, and it's good, yeah.
Really? Yeah. No, it's 8 episodes, right?
That's right.
The thing. Now, what can you tell us? Because can you tell us anything? I mean, can you give us a hint, a spoiler? Can you
I can't
allude?
Tell you much.
Can you allude?
I can't tell you much. I can tell you that at the end of the season, I've killed everyone and I'm the president. But I can't.
Wait, that's way too much.
I can't tell you anything more than that. I can't say anything
all right,
more
that's a good hint.
No.
I want to show a clip. Here's Greg Kinnear and Robin Wright in the new season of House of Cards. Take a look at this.
He's out, Claire. And he's not going back in. Now, you need my help. Later tonight, I'm going to watch you sign that bill that's sitting on your desk. To the dead, a kingdom means nothing. They have their requiem and eternity. That's Macbeth, the opera, not the play. All you have to do now is just go on out there with your oldest, dearest friend and hold her hand up high.
That's how you do it right there. Greg Kinnear, everybody.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.